Many thanks for staying with us. Now, more stories. The Sala da Paz, a group of electoral observer organizations in Mozambique, have expressed concerns about the apparent lack of conditions for counting votes in the general elections that took place on Wednesday in Mozambique due to the lack of light. Wednesday's general elections in Mozambique are being marked by accusations of irregularities on the part of the opposition, with no significant incidents reported and observers highlighting popular participation. Meanwhile, a report from the Integrated Electoral Consortium, a civil society platform for electoral observation, claimed that 90% of the polling stations observed opened on time, but there were other stations that suffered delays due to a lack of voting material. Now, Daniel Chapo, the newcomer politician, is a favorite to win the elections, as political analysts believe he has the advantage of Frelimo's incumbency power. Joining us on the news now is Withney Sabino, Peace Room representative from Maputo. Thank you so much, Withney, for joining us.
Thank you for this opportunity. It's a pleasure to join you and share some incidents of our election.
An absolute pleasure as well. Now, Withney, how would you assess the overall conduct of the elections yesterday? Were there any significant improvement or deteriorations compared to the previous elections that we've had?
So overall, yesterday's election process was relatively peaceful and orderly, especially when compared to the 2019 elections, where we saw more incidents of violence and severe numbers of deaths and injuries from the opening of the polling stations until the moment of counting. So this year was relatively more calm than 2019 general elections. And in terms of improvements, we noted with some enthusiasm that there were great participation of women and young people as voters, but also as scrutineers of the process. And we also had a positive action, positive engagement of the police forces during the various stages of the process yesterday, which we believe facilitated a lot the process in terms of maintaining a peaceful environment around the polling stations. In terms of deteriorations, there are some significant incidents, such as the delay in the opening of the polling stations due to lack of technical and logistical conditions, according to the National Electoral Commission. And because of that, some polling stations only opened by 10 a.m., 11 a.m., when they were supposed to open by 7 p.m.
All right,
In
Withney, apologies.
Center in Mozambique.
Okay, I just wanted to quickly ask, you mentioned the delay earlier, and I wanted to know if the delay affected the vote counting process.
Yes, it affected the vote counting process because the polling stations were supposed to close latest by 6 p.m. Until 9 p.m. We still had voters who didn't vote, and it has delayed the process of preliminary counting.
All right, Withney,
that affected the process.
Okay. All right, Withney, thank you so much. That's the much that we can take now because of our time. But thank you for telling us more about the upcoming elections. And we're hoping to see how that turns out. Sorry, the ongoing elections, rather. And we're hoping to see how the vote counting turns out.
Thank you.